Hello and welcome to another week of Calm Chameleon Makeup for Mental Health. For those of you who don't know what it is, it's a weekly premiere. I do a full face just playing with some makeup, some new, some not. And we can all chat in the live comments section. So if you're struggling with anxiety, depression, general low mood, or you just want someone to chat with whilst doing makeup, it's like a weekly get together. Just place where we can all support each other and just have a chat. So yeah, so let's get right on into this. I do have a few new products to try, namely from my box of shame. So let's get right on in. The primer I'm using is new. It's the e.l.f. Mintmelt Cooling Face Primer. Oh, it's like a gel. I don't know if you can see that. Like a gel. Oh, this feels a bit sticky. Well, it definitely feels a bit sticky. It's a completely different consistency to what I'm used to for primers. And it does feel very, very tacky. Very tacky. More sticky than tacky, actually. Okay. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what I think of that yet. That's a lot stickier than other primers I've used. So for foundation, I've got the e.l.f. Camo CC cream. It says colour correcting, full coverage, natural finish. I have it in the shade light 240. It says it's got SPF 30. So let's give this a go. Well, it's a lot thicker than I was expecting. A lot thicker. I may have grabbed a bit too much as well. I don't know why, but I was expecting, with it being a CC cream, that it was going to be a lot kind of runnier, more of a thinner consistency, but this is thicker than most of the foundations I've got. Yeah, it does seem to be doing a pretty good job of covering everything up. So yeah, how have you guys been? Have you had a good week? My week's mainly been lots of speaking to doctors after the mistakes that were made. But now they're trying me on these patches, which are like a localized anesthetic patch or something. And apparently I put it on at night and leave it on for 12 hours. They're generally used to numb the nerves, but where I've been suffering with this costochondritis since October, and nothing seems to be working. They're looking at trying something new, so I'm so grateful to the doctor I spoke to this morning, because I feel like there's a little bit more hope, because I do have to admit it has been feeling like this is never going to go away. And of course, where I've been in so much pain, I can't move around much, so I've put on so much weight, and it's to the point that I can't stand for longer than 5-10 minutes without my lower back, like the muscle, the kind of burning, like a burning pain. So I am at a point where trying something new is I do have to admit I have been really struggling these last couple of weeks. Just feeling like it's never going to go away, worrying that I'm going to put on even more weight. And just generally not being able to do anything. But yeah, so that's pretty much been my last couple of weeks. Well, it's not a bad colour match. Yeah, I'm not sure at the moment. That is not what I was expecting at all. So for concealer, it's another new one. It's the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Concealer, Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer. And I have it in the shade Light 45W. So let's get some of this on. Okay, the colour match looks pretty good for the spot concealing. To be fair, that CC cream is covered rather a lot. Yeah, the foundation's definitely, that CC cream's definitely done a good job of covering stuff. So yeah, full coverage I would say. I'm still not agreeing with the natural finish. It could be because the primer was so sticky. I don't usually try a new foundation and a new primer at the same time, but I figured with them both being e.l.f. and it was worth a go. Yeah, this the foundation's extremely thick. Yeah, I don't know how this is looking on camera, but it's I think I look almost oily. The concealer seems pretty good, not bad. So I'm just going to use a bit of the ordinary concealer because this is really light. So I just want to use a little bit of this for under the eyes. So just lightening up under the eyes. Yeah, I must admit I do like this ordinary concealer for the under eye. Yeah, it does really brighten up the under eyes and it doesn't feel too heavy. I don't have a new powder to try, so I'm going to use my Makeup by Lisa finishing powder. So just make sure that there's no creasing as yet, and get the under eyes powdered before they do. I do like this finishing powder. It's not drying and it's absolutely perfect for under the eyes. I feel so. I think so. So for cream blush, I have the e.l.f. Putty blush, and it is in the shade Turks and Caicos. It doesn't actually have the name written on the thing. I've had to dig the packaging out. But yeah, let's see how this goes. So there's quite a lot of product in there. So yeah, just dipped in with my Real Techniques Expert face brush. I like this for cream blush. Okay, well it starts off pretty pale. Let's see if it will. Oh yeah. Yeah, it does build up. It's not lifting my foundation, which again is another plus point. Yeah, first impressions, I quite like this. Okay, well, so far I'm not particularly over the moon with my base. Come on, Lisa's finishing powder. So yeah, not so impressed so far. And I'm definitely going to have to try this foundation or CC cream with a different primer, but yeah, I was definitely not expecting something so thick and heavy, because I can definitely feel that I've got something on my skin, which I really wasn't expecting. See if powder can save the day. So yeah, this last couple of weeks I've been watching Lost. I never watched it the first time around when it came out, but I've been watching it because obviously I don't have much else to do with myself because I can't. But anyways, so I've been watching that, and do you know what? I've gotten really into it to the point that, let's get some more powder. To the point that I've kind of stopped watching True Blood at the moment because I'm watching Lost. I'm on season 2 already. I didn't actually look to see how many seasons there were. I think because I wasn't sure if I was going to like it. But yeah, I'm completely and utterly hooked. I've cried with it, I've laughed with it. It's, I think, a really, really good programme. Or a really, really good series. It's definitely taking some powdering down, this CC cream. But I do think that the Make by Lisa finishing powder has saved the day. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to play with that some more. This finishing powder is so lovely, really lovely, and I love that you've got the little, so you can lock it, like lockable sifter in there. I really like that. Yeah, it's already looking a bit cakey around my nose. Okay, so I have popped on some of my Makeup Obsessions So Dope makeup fixing spray, seeing if it will rescue things a bit. Yeah, I'm really not so sure on the base, but we'll see. So for brows, I have the e.l.f. liner and brow cream, and I have it in the shade Espresso. So fingers crossed. Oh wow. You have to be careful not to pick up too much of this, as I have just discovered. So the brush I'm using is a Morphe one. It's just the best I've found for working with pomades so far. It doesn't say whether it's waterproof or not. I don't know. But I needed a new one because my LA Girl one has been drying up, and I have been using, let me just grab them so I can show you. I have been using these pigment drops from Peaches and Cream, just dropping a little bit into it to just help make it a bit creamier again, and it's been working, but I think it's just gotten to a point now where it doesn't want to be saved. So I think I've kind of decided to respect its decision and let it happily retire and try something new. And I do have to admit, this is definitely a better colour match for me. Yeah, I think so far this does seem to be fairly easy to work with, as long as you don't pick up too much on the brush. I think Poppy's dreaming again behind me, so if you can hear her, then apologies. But yeah, that's what the strange noise is if you do happen to hear it. So far, pretty good. So now to see how well it lasts throughout the day. So before we continue, I do want to stick on a bit of bronzer. And I'm using the Nabla Skin Bronzing in the shade Dune. It's a really, really lovely bronzer. I love it. This brush I'm using came from Miali Beauty, and unfortunately she's closing down, which is really sad because I do love, I've got two of her eyeshadow palettes, the Ayubia and the Yasmin, and I love both of them. So I'm sad to see her go, and this brush is amazing. It's just so perfect for bronzing. And this Nabla bronzer I love. It's buildable. It's definitely not a bam in your face pigment, which to be fair, I don't mind either way really. I just work with it differently depending on which way it is. Well, the base is starting to look a bit better with some more stuff on it. I'm really not sure. It's definitely not a natural finish from what I can gather so far. New. So for eye primer, I have the P.Louise base in Rumour 01. Just popped a bit on my hand. And then just using the same brush that I generally use for eye base. Okay, this is definitely creamier than the ABH base. Quite similar in colouring. I'm not sure if this stays tacky or dries down. I'm not sure. Okay, so now the eye base is down. I have the BH Cosmetics Sweet Shop palette, the Pistachio one, which of course is the green one. I had to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Nutty, oh I love these names, Sweet Life, Dessert, Treat, Crunch, Soft Serve, Guilty Pleasure, Nutty, Cone or Cup. I like that. So yes, let's first take Nutty. I have heard so many good things about these palettes. Everyone was raving about them. I think BH Cosmetics have really kind of upped their game with their eyeshadow formula from what I can gather. Yeah, this is a really nice shade of green. To be fair, I'm quite easily pleased when it comes to shades of green, because green is my calming colour, my favourite. Oh, look at that. So recently I've been on a bit of a mission discovering new indie brands, in particular UK indie brands that are easier for me to get hold of. And I have discovered a couple very recently. I have done a video with the Charlie Betty Beauty, the Earth palette. That was my St. Patrick's Day video. I can link that up in the cards if you want to check that out. But I was really impressed with that. Bit of a spoiler alert there. Yeah, go check out Charlie Betty Beauty because I don't know how I hadn't heard of her before then. So yeah, I've also been, I've chatted to the owner of Charlie Betty Beauty a little bit through messaging, and she just seems like such a really lovely person. And that's one of the main things I love about indie brands. They tend to be run by like one person or a very small group of people, and they put their heart and soul into everything they do. It's the brand is so important to them, and like their products. But yeah, definitely if you want to see what the eyeshadows perform like, then check out my St. Patrick's Day look, because I used the Earth palette for that. Another one I've discovered is Island Play Cosmetics, and I do have some products to try out. I have their eyeshadow palette, lip liner and lipstick, and a water activated liner. So definitely keep your eyes peeled because I will be filming with that very soon. Oh, that is looking beautiful. I do love to play with greens, they really do cheer me up. Right, what do I want? I'm just going to use this Soft Serve, the really pale, like pastel-y green, and I'm just going to use that just to blend out the edges, just to soften them up a bit. See, I'm really intrigued by Island Play Cosmetics and I'm looking forward to trying out the products. I do have some more on my list that I need to try, VE Cosmetics being one. Camo Cosmetics is another one that I really need to try. Not sure if it's Magical Makeup. That's another UK brand that's on my list. What else can I think of? Glisten. But yeah, if there's any more, like, if you know of any smaller, like less known UK indie brands that that don't get as much publicity as they should, drop me a message, let me know so that I can check them out. As long as they are cruelty free and don't sell mink lashes, then I am more than happy to try them out. These just blend beautifully. I'm definitely so happy to have this. Wow. I do have the blue one as well, and I did and ah about using them both together. I just wanted to kind of stick with what I know I love, something like that. Half the time I haven't got a clue what I'm talking about at the moment. It's like things go in one ear and out the other. Who knows? And then I'm going to dip into Conal Cup and just using a tiny brush, I'm just going to use that to just deepen up. This little brush from the Made by Mitchell set is absolutely amazing for this. It was actually Katie of Makeup for Lost Time. She discovered that it was good for kind of deepening in little areas, just adding little bits, and boy, is she right. It just does the job perfectly. It's this tiny little feathery thing. Yeah, sometimes it can be too easy to kind of go in with the deepening shade and it just takes over. But this stops that happening and it just blends it in so seamlessly. Look at that. Do you know what? I think I actually want to dip into the blue palette, the bubblegum palette, and go with some blue on the lower lash line. So let's grab a little brush. And I'm just going to, firstly going to Sweetened. Put that right up against the lash line. I'm going to use Chili, the really pale blue there, just to blend that out. No, this brush isn't fluffy enough. This one will do. So yeah, just taking Chili on a really fluffy brush. I'm just going to nip off camera to pop on my NYX Glitter Primer and then I'll come back and continue. Okay, with the NYX Glitter Primer on, I'm going to be going into Crunch. And Crunch I'm going to be placing a diagonal across here. Oh wow, look at that. Obviously I've heard people raving about this, but and seen people use the palette, but when you can see this in real life, this is stunning. Absolutely stunning. Oh, wow. Wow. You know, pictures definitely don't do this justice. This shade in particular. Look at that. That is one beautiful shade. Look how foiled it is. That is, oh, wow. Just going to go back in with Conal Cup, the deeper green, just to kind of tie them in together a bit more. And then swapping back to the Bubblegum palette, I'm going to go in with Frozen, which is this one here. And I'm going to place Frozen over the rest of the lid. Oh wow. This is like a real sea kind of greeny blue. Wow. I find myself saying wow a lot recently. Well, I'm complaining, but whoa, look at that. And just going to go back in with a bit of crunch. The green shimmer, just to try and help the blend there. And then back in, rid of the hair. And then back in with Frozen. Okay, now I'm glad I brought in the blue one too. These palettes work really well together. Wow, I cannot go over these shimmers. I mean, the mattes were lovely, but these shimmers are something else. And then back in with a bit of crunch. For inner corner highlight and brow bone highlight, I think I'm going to use Pop from the Bubblegum palette. Let's have a see. Ooh. Yes. That looks beautiful. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work well for a brow bone highlight. But definitely inner corner highlight. And just dragging that just a little way on the lower lash line. So I'm now going to nip off and finish my face, and then I'll come back to show you the finished look, so don't go anywhere. So I'm back with the finished look. What do you think? Those BH Cosmetics Sweet Shop palettes are awesome. I am so impressed, especially with the shimmers. But I'll just let you know what else I've popped on my face. So I've used the Madajor Lash Mascara from Madaj Beauty, which has become a staple. The wing eyeliner is the Arttitude Cosmetics Cake It Liner in the shade Strength. In my waterline, I've got the Essence Long Lasting Eye Pencil in 22 Turquoise. The eyelashes are from Arttitude Cosmetics and they are in the style Arttitude. And that's one of their new lash styles, and I love these. Love them. The blusher I used is from Poutnshout. It is Sensitive Sally, which is this gorgeous orange. The highlighter I used is the OFRA Rodeo Drive. This one here, I love this. I also used that to do my brow bone highlights. Finally, the lippy I have on is Lime Crime Matte Velveteens in the shade Thistle. So yeah, pretty much everything I've tried today I've liked. I'm not so sure on the e.l.f. CC cream. Yeah, I'm not so sure on either of these yet. The Mintmelt Cooling Face Primer and the Camo CC cream. It may be that they're not great together. So I will try both out without each other. And I'll let you know what I think. The Putty blush is really nice actually, and it's buildable. It didn't remove my foundation, so that's a bit of a winner. So far, the eyebrow pomade, or it's the liner and brow gel cream. So yeah, so far it's the perfect colour. It was really easy to use, so fingers crossed, because if this works out good, it's a nice, easy, cheaper option. So yeah, I'm going to keep using this and see how I get on, because my LA Girl one has had to retire to the bin. So yes, we'll keep trying. So yeah, the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer. It's quite a mouthful. So far, I thought that was it was good. The CC cream had quite a lot of coverage anyway. It was pretty full coverage, so there wasn't really much left for it to cover. So I will try this out with other foundations and let you know what I think. The P.Louise base in Rumour 01. So far, actually, I really like this. Obviously, I need to see how the eyeshadow holds up, if it creases or anything like that. But it's very similar to my ABH eye primer, only creamier and takes longer to set down and doesn't set right down, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm quite happy to keep trying this one. So yeah, I do have the white one, which I get on really well with. So yeah, I think we're going to get on. So yes, that is it for today. If you're watching the premiere and we've been chatting in the comments, then thank you so much. I really appreciate all of you. If you're watching this in the future, then thank you so much for watching. If you've liked this video, please give it a like, thumbs up, it really helps me out. If you're new around here, then I hope you'll consider sticking around. I do a lot of colourful makeup looks. I run this Camo Chameleon Makeup for Mental Health every Saturday, 3 PM UK time it premieres. I do new releases and sneak peeks on a Monday, and in between that I do a lot of trying new makeup, so first impressions, reviews, playing with colour. It's mainly colourful makeup, and I am a huge supporter of indie brands, and that is mainly what you will see on my channel. So if that sounds like something that you would enjoy, then please do hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you don't miss the next time I upload. So again, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're all having a great day, great evening, wherever you are and whatever you're doing. I hope you're taking care of yourselves, and I will see you again very, very soon. Goodbye.